It's gonna be really close.
Need I say more?
On the first scramble, I immediately noticed the yellow and green bar. I tried to look for pieces on the yellow side that I could insert easily with this, but I didn't see anything. So then I kept looking and I saw on green, there's not a great way to insert anything, but I can do it. If I did red, I can do it like this. And I saw that that would give me 2 flip. I didn't want to do 2 flip, so I decided to do the green blue edge instead, but I didn't have enough time to 1-look this fully. What I did was L prime, R prime, B prime, L, and I rotated here and got that case.
Hello. So for this first scramble, you should notice this yellow-green block. And first I checked green. I noticed that you could do L prime, R prime, B prime, L, or you could do B prime, then L prime, R prime, L. And in either case, you're getting a pretty bad L4E. For example, if you go like this, then you get this L4E from the side, which is kind of long. If you choose to do the B move first, B prime, L prime, R prime, L, then you get an L4E, which I often mess up the AUF on. So like here I would go like R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R. In this final move, I often mess up in +2, so I avoided that. So then I checked for yellow, and I noticed that you could solve a whole layer as easy as you could solve any V with RL, RL, R. But what I did officially was RL, R2 prime, LR, and it gives a 6-mover like this. And then the whole solve ends up only containing 1 regrip, and it has no AUF.
The second scramble was really easy. I saw that there was this solved red-green bar and that I can insert the red-blue edge while solving my centers in just 3 moves. So what I did was I picked it up, solved those tips, L, R prime, L. And here, there's 2 options for this ML4E. I can either do it from this angle, like this. I don't like doing that algorithm when I have an AUF, so I decided to do this case instead because I knew there would be no AUF at the end, and it goes like this. I locked up on that a lot and I got like a 3.6, but I think my solution was pretty good.
For the second solve, when you look around, you have this red and green block. So I checked red and green. Green doesn't really have anything promising. You can do RL prime, U prime, R for a V, but it's not a great case. On red, however, you can do either a 3-move V with L, R prime, L, or you can do a 4-move V with R, U, R, L prime. If I choose to do the 3-move V, the case that I get is a flipped edge case in which the first move of my algorithm starts with R prime. So then the first 4 moves of my solve would be L, R prime, L, R prime, and that's never good because that requires a lot of regrips. That looks like this. So instead I opted for the 4-move solution, R, U, R, L prime, into an L4E with no AUF. So the whole solve only has 1 regrip, it goes like this.
On this scramble, I wanted to pick the solution that I could 1-look the fastest, just because I got a really bad solve beforehand. And here I saw that I can insert this red-yellow edge in 2 moves, and then I can insert the yellow-green edge in 3 moves, and I get this case, which isn't good. However, I can finger trick it really fast, so like that. And my solution was just all RU gen, so that was pretty nice. And I got a 1.6 on that.
This third solve was pretty nice at 1.70. I just wish I could have done it 2/100ths of a second faster. But what I did was I looked around, I saw green. There's this green-red situation. I can solve that edge with R prime, connecting it to this center. But if I start the solve with a U, then it also solves this green-yellow in the back. So the V is U R prime. And the case is very nice, and the whole solve ends up being regripless.
On solve 4, I got a misscramble. My solution wasn't really affected by this though. What I got was this scramble. I solved the tips and I saw that I can do L prime, and then I can insert this yellow blue edge while solving this yellow red edge with R prime, U prime, R, and then L prime. One thing about this is I should have one-looked this, and if I did L prime R, it would have given me a much better case, but I did R, L prime, and then I did L, R prime, L prime, R, and then that. And so I had no AUF on this. The scramble that I should have gotten was this, and you can see that it basically looks the same, and that's just doing this. But here I have an AUF at the end.
This fourth solve had a pretty disappointing solution. I had the same idea as the third solve where I have this green blue situation. I'm solving the blue V, so I could solve that edge with L R prime, but I wanted a V, so I thought, why not solve this blue red edge at the same time and go like L U prime, L R prime for a V. And then I canceled into solving this edge, L4E in the back. So that solution looks like this. This is what I did officially. What I should have done instead is with the same idea on blue, I should have solved this blue-green edge with this blue-yellow instead of the blue-red on front with L R2 prime UR. And if you track this green-red piece, it ends up being solved with this center, so you just get a very nice L3E, and the whole solve ends up being regripless. It would have looked like this.
On the scramble, I saw that the yellow-green edge is solved. I don't have a good way of making a V with the green, so I see the yellow. If I do R prime, L prime, that'll solve this center and pair this up. And I can do B prime. And here, I noticed that this red-green edge would be solved. And I get this L3E case. One algorithm you can do is like this, and that would give no AUF. I saw that, but I don't know why I didn't do that. I ended up doing this instead, so.
For this last solve, I liked my solution, but I found my turning pretty slow. There's this yellow-green block, so check green, there's an all right solution. If you do like L prime R, U prime B prime, you get an L3E, but it was kind of awkward with the rotations, so I decided against it. Instead, I did yellow. From this angle, you can do yellow on front with U prime, L prime, R, U prime, but I kind of did the R like a wide L in order to save the rotation. And if you track the pieces, you get an L3E that's just a 3-cycle, and I use the L prime UL sludge algorithm. So the solution looks like this, and then I do the R kind of like a wide L or a wide F, like that. Regrip once. R prime, L prime, UL, sledge.